We're now pregnant with a BTS. 9 months, they're gonna be back.
That's YouTube.
Hey guys, Rose Basemura here. It's been a minute and I'm now taking a break from doing the dance tutorials. I injured my spine during the K-pop festive. I think I danced so much, I had my spine. But today I'm checking out something that's been perturbing me as an I army. So we're checking out South Korea has a scandal problem, sugar controversy, and more. I've been putting off checking this video out, but I just have to because I also have to say my piece. But first, let's watch the video and do the commentary as the video also goes on.
As an international BTS fan, I always refrain from giving my opinion about South Korea's laws regarding military service and exemptions, and I thought this was a nice and respectful act of the vast majority of the fandom. This was
Okay.
some kind of movement shared by international fans. We are not South Korean citizens, so it's respectful to let them debate this issue by themselves. But am I
Okay.
supposed to still keep my mouth shut when the respect and consideration were not given back? Why have international armies created a movement of respect towards the South Korean opinion, yet the South Korean opinion does not even bother to recognize its own scandal culture problem?
The story.
Recently, Suga of BTS had some drinks and instead of driving his car home, he rode a mini electric scooter like this, with a helmet.
I know about
he
that.
traveled in the correct lane for a third of a mile, but while approaching the entrance of his house, he fell after a sharp turn. A police officer approached him and
There were like
administered a
three,
blood
right?
test. His blood alcohol content was at least 0.08%, which is above.
Well, I'm not sure about the his alcohol content in the blood because I hear they didn't really state how much it was, but like media went around saying this and that. They actually also shared like a wrong footage. I know. I think she's going to get into this, so let me keep calm because I also was on X. You guys, I was on X. I'm like, wow, I was so perturbed and confused. But I'll talk about it more later. Let's continue.
License revocation levels in South Korea. So his license was revoked and he received a fine. Suga shared a statement explaining what happened and said that he didn't know that there was a rule that said that you cannot ride a scooter under the influence of alcohol, but he accepts the consequences. There was no damage.
Okay, when it comes to this, it also I remember recently when it came out that um because they'll talk about the license and they're like that scooter doesn't really require one. And then I'm like, so the police also doesn't know the rules of some of these vehicles. I don't know if I should call it a vehicle, so some of these things. But then they expect the person to know a lot of the things when they also didn't know, and then they're like, oh, revoking the license, doing this and this, but they really don't know what they are doing. Another thing that's perturbing me is the fact that they protect a lot of other celebs, like the faces, the names, even the company names when they're sharing information. But for Sugar, they put it out there, the footages, the name, everything. Even now we know where he stays. Like, duh, that's not a good thing. Like, people, unless it's going to now shift, like all that's his privacy and it's out there all because of what drunk on. And like, come to Uganda, you'll know what being drunk is. You're the range number one in drinking.
For 7 days, the details were not shared by police, but the incident prompted a wave of news articles with crazy speculation.
Crazy many
Rumor after rumor about the details
room, and they
of
were
his
all
phone, the
false.
exact percentage of alcohol level, the exact model of scooter, and even
Exactly.
rumors about him having to leave BTS because of this
That's
damaging
like
scandal.
dumb.
The media even reported rumors that said that Suga was found lying on the ground, suggesting that he was passed out drunk.
They
also
lied
reported
their
the
asses
incident
off
as
because
Suga
it's
was
BTS.
driving a scooter. But you cannot drive a mini scooter or even a regular scooter. You ride.
You
scooters.
ride scooters, it's like a
International
bicycle.
love this. Finally, a BTS related scandal to talk about. So they created the hashtag Sugar Challenge.
Oh, this pissed me off. They created a sugar challenge, they did all sorts of things. Just I feel like they went hard on Sugar on BTS because they literally can't find that on BTS. This is the worst they could find on BTS. So they try to milk the situations to paint BTS as bad. Because of course when they say Sugar, they're trying to involve the whole, because we already know what this is. We already know what this is like. They're just so against them. They try to milk it, try to make the worst out of the situations. But nah, to tell you that I was pissed is an understatement, but there's nothing I could do. I just had to fight with my fellow armies hand in hand. It was a battle.
Check
Okay, let's go.
pictures from Pinterest of people drinking and driving cars. And of course, the very professional South Korean media had a new
Very
headline.
professional,
Armies
my
created
ass.
an irresponsible
And
challenge to
professional
support
media
Suga.
just.
To make this believable, the media cut or blurred the profile pictures and the usernames, which clearly showed that they are not fans
They
of
are not
BTS.
armies actually.
They are
Most of them
fans
were.
of other K-pop
I won't
groups.
mention
Even
any
with
other
some
fandom
minimal
on
research,
this.
you can find videos of these BTS haters organizing this challenge with the intent to pose
Anti
as
fans.
armies. As
They
deranged
were
as this sounds,
posing.
this happens all the time, and I would have never thought of making a video about it. These hashtags are seen by K-pop stans and they end with K-pop stans. No one outside of the K-pop circle
I didn't even know
cares
about this
or
until
even
it
knows
went.
about
It
it.
became a
But
thing
not this time.
actually.
One article attributing the challenge to armies became the number one trending article on Naver, the Google of South Korea. Now you may ask yourself, why
Trending number one on Naver, but guess who's not trending on number one on Naver? Should I have to say it? It's someone I never know because I don't stand that group, but he has done or he's being accused of something that's very, 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 very like among the crimes, those things I'd be like, I hate the most. Like, if I hear about such stuff, ah I want to bring back the lunch I didn't even eat. But you know what? Who's not trending? That person is not trending. Why? Yeah, the very professional Korea media, South Korea media. I'm not even going to say Korea because I'm not involving North in this. Really, it was
is such an
anyway.
irrelevant and fake hashtag news in South Korea? Why would South Korean media even go as far as to blur the profile pictures and usernames of the actual fandoms participating? What do they gain by
Right?
painting this fake picture?
South Korea's scandal culture. All know about that.
It all goes back to the scandal culture in South Korea. The simple act of dating is a scandal. Getting tattoos can also be a scandal.
Get the
And of
freaking
course,
tattoo. I'm about to get a
civil
tattoo right
is also
somewhere.
a scandal. But what I find the most interesting part of all of this is that I cannot seem to find a single step of at least recognizing the scandal problem South Korea has.
They don't.
What the public wants when celebrities make a mistake is accountability.
Whenever something silly like this happens, South Korean K-pop creators always say, "Oh, you international fans
Just don't understand.
Our society actually cares a lot about the dangers of scooters. It may not be a
Oh.
big deal for the rest of the world, but here it is."
That's funny, but in South Korea, there has been a lot of concerns regarding electric kickboards. There has been
Shut
a lot
the
of public
up.
outcry of we need to ban these altogether. These celebrities are idolized by so many people, and they have so much influence, and that's why the public just wants them to own their mistakes.
Okay, so let's see how
They
much
are
South
still
Korea cares about the morality
people.
and ethics of celebrities violating traffic laws. Daesung of Big Bang was in court for vehicular manslaughter in 2011. An intoxicated motorcyclist crashed into a street lamp. Daesung was not intoxicated, but because he was speeding and driving recklessly, he ran over the motorcyclist and later crashed into a taxi in front of him. In this case, the celebrity was driving an actual car recklessly.
Wow.
There was actual people involved. There was actual property damage. But the scandal passed. People forgot about it, and the following years, his group won Artist of the Year multiple times. The South Korean public was also appalled
I
by
didn't even
Justin
know about
Bieber's
that.
arrest after driving under the influence of marijuana and Xanax. But they quickly forgot about it too. And Justin Bieber stayed as one of the most listened to international artists in South
To
Korea
date.
to this day. The South Korean actress Kim Se-ron was not only caught driving under the influence, but she also damaged lampposts, guardrails, and crashed into an electric
Oh,
transformer,
I saw that.
cutting the electricity of 57 cafes. She got one fine, and later was the star of a music video and appeared on Netflix series.
Oh, Blood
A
Homes.
police officer was caught driving an electric kickboard so drunk that he collapsed and he had to be taken to the hospital. But he also
The only thing I'm seeing with all this is double standards, because I've sexual assaulters. Does that not even exist? Those guys, um, gang R words and many things are let go with just a smack on their arms. Oh, 19 months. Oh, 1 year and something in jail. But poor person fell in front of his house and everywhere because it's BTS. Let me tell you, it's double standards. Oh, you don't understand? All the things come when it's BTS. Any other person, yeah. How many articles are out for that NCT shit? Nothing. When you go on Naver, yeah, nothing is trending. about that. But you know what? It has it's the essaying and of a minor apparently, because I'm not sure what's happening, but something like that. Because it was still it's in trials, it's rumors, but oh, they're not saying anything about it. But when these things were here, they actually brought out false footage, brought out false alcohol content in his blood and all those things before then that the case was actually out there. But when these people, the case has been happening since June, but everyone is all of a sudden, shh, Koreabu, where are you now? Shh. Oh, apparently you don't understand international. I mean, so okay, falling in front of my yard is far more dangerous than harassing a minor for like 5 years and threatening them. Okay, okay. What a country! I used to love it so much, but
traffic law cases
uh,
with people involved in property
yeah, no,
damage, and they are treated as
not
nothing
anymore.
but trendy scandals.
It's really not looking good. It does not look.
I don't know why they keep
Not
this chick.
looking
Is
good.
this
When
chick
I
just
met
annoyed me
Alice
so
Good,
much.
I never met legal wise. I met reputation wise. Yugi and ultimately BTS because he's part of the
Shut
reputation.
the. Oh my goodness, I don't like this
From all
chick.
this is not looking good. Not looking good in the K-public space's eye because reputation is very important for celebrities. The reputation results.
Thank you. Oh, thank you for doing this.
Not looking good.
Suga chose not to drive his car while intoxicated, but because he fell from his scooter, his quote-unquote scandal is as big or even bigger than Daesung's deadly accident at this point. So I'm sorry if I don't believe when Korean accounts say that this is a big deal in South Korea, because
They are
South
lying.
Korea takes drunk scooter riding very seriously. No, this is not the result of society's heartfelt care for traffic laws. This is the result of the constant desperation to make anything and everything a scandal. South Korean
Yep.
K-pop stars love consuming and feeding any kind of rumors. They love
True.
making everything a scandal, but they don't truly care. It's not the action they are outraged about. It's the scandal culture they want to participate in. It's like a game.
People are just sick. People are just sick.
Proper research and professionalism.
I'm sorry, but Knet is Knet is in some of them, not all. Scandals are momentary, but the psychological effects are not.
I made my video about the Me Too
Smear
Team and the
campaign.
Hive conflict. I saw some people who are not from South Korea say the same thing. This is not a big of a deal. Let them talk. Nothing will happen to BTS. And that is 100% true. Of course, Suga will stay in BTS.
I know that's nonsensical things they were just saying.
Of course, people will forget about this in a couple of weeks. Of course, the rage is performative. But when will it stop? We can all see that these headlines are
Down
nothing
in
but
here,
clickbait. But why
up
did
here.
BTS have to even go through that? Why did the police transform a one-day scooter investigation into a full-week drunk driving investigation?
Meanwhile, they just
1,400 articles full of rumors and
1,400.
lies. Why is this so normalized? And I, as an international fan, I'm not supposed to say anything. Even now,
Why
I see
am I
men
not supposed to say
saying please and
anything?
thank you when demanding a retraction and proper research. Armies have asked me to make a video not calling out the media, but exposing the truth instead. I'm sorry, but I'm tired of that. We all know the truth, and they know the truth. But the
Media is
truth
just
boring.
bullshit.
The truth won't give them those juicy headlines. Where all
I don't know why I don't want to see my boys on
situation
any of those sites
is
that did all those
headlines are
things,
silly. But the
or
normalization of
broadcasting
bullying
corporations.
and
I
campaigns in
don't.
South Korea have turned out to be deadly. Only months ago, Parasite actor Lee Sung-kyun committed suicide after 2 months full of sensationalist coverage of a police investigation that claimed that he possibly consumed recreational drugs. Parasite director Bong Joon-ho led a protest demanding the police and the media to reflect.
Do they ever listen? They don't. They don't give a shit unless it's their own. They learn when it happens to them. They can't when it's not.
Months after seeing the police take a full week to investigate details like the model of Suga's scooter, while the media writes
They are so
200 articles
unprofessional,
a day, a full week
unethical.
of 1,400 articles of speculations and lies. Here we are, months after seeing the media intentionally manipulate facts and speculate the worst once again.
Retractions won't matter. They can't. Whatever the damage is done is done. Like
Of course, these too shall pass. BTS
it
has
always
gone through
does.
way worse smear campaigns, and the support of family, fans, and each other has only made them stronger. But international fan or not, I cannot stay here pretending that making every silly thing a scandal is normal. I'm tired of the you guys just don't understand our society. No, you
Doesn't
don't
make
understand that
sense.
your scandal culture is deranged. South Korean and international K-pop stars are deranged because the media's headlines are deranged. And this same scandal culture is the one that allows retractions and the deleting of articles so normally.
So normal.
In Suga's
No,
case, there are
they should
already
be held
no comment
accountable too.
sections, videos unavailable for the
Like
international public,
serious.
and deleted articles. But they don't matter. They are just another part of the game. The idea of a scandal was successfully planted and shared hundreds of thousands of times. In my opinion, this was not a mistake or lack of research. These and many other defaming articles are intentional. Not even
Yeah.
the release of the real CCTV footage is enough for the media to issue retractions or apologies because they are still
And you know,
clarifying the matter.
one of those, I don't know which broadcasting services it was, they issued a dumbass, fake, and felt unsincere apology. It just came, oh, and then sugar, you show me that. No, actually, it didn't even bow. You show me down, something like that. I'm like, really? I'm not even a Korean speaker, but I didn't feel that. It didn't sound like, with all the videos you made, you just have a less than a minute apology, no 90-degree bow, nothing, not even a head bow. Like, it's just like, "There's no Amida." I'm like, I don't even know why you accepted to make the apology if you don't want to do it in the first place, because it feels so unsincere. But anyway, we apology or not, we don't give a shit if you don't want it. But anyway, I have a lot to say, but I don't want the video to be so long.
They don't care.
I thought it was cultural differences. I gave you guys the benefit of the doubt. I was like, oh, maybe electric scooters are different in Korea. You guys were acting like he was going 50 miles an hour, going under cars, going over.
I literally can speed. I could speed walk past Yoongi on his scooter. The way I walk like a soldier.
He did not fall because he was driving too fast. He fell because of the shock.
The way I speed walk, I could speed walk past Sugar on that electric scooter. I swear, the way I walk would either be, or I would be leaving him behind with my speed walking. Like that pacing, and then they wololo about the matter. I wanted to just go and give every Korean media. Everyone was talking nonsense, even those TikTok people. The thing is, BTS equals to views, equals to clicks. I feel like they over did everything because it's like people never want to see someone win and someone they are not benefiting from. You know what I mean? It's like I don't want to, it doesn't really compare, but it reminds me when I used to be in high school. I was on a sports scholarship, so my team, my school would always be winning, and every time you have like tournaments, you find that a lot of people are supporting the underdogs. That's natural. But I feel like, I don't even know how to say it. I feel like they just they don't even care what the truth is, because the other people are just doing it for like the clout. They just jump on what they don't know, and then they talk like they know, because they know, oh, BTS sugar equals clicks, and they want that. Some people just don't care. They just care only about themselves, and the others is more like the hate. We can't tap in on BTS, we can't tap in on it. So if you can't get what they are getting, you can't get anything out of them, let's just bring them down. I feel like that's what it is at this point, because they're going to try and look for anything. Even though he tripped and fell somewhere, they'll be like, yeah. I feel like when he wasn't on a scooter and he was just walking and he tripped and fell, they'll be like, it could be dangerous. Imagine he went in the road when he was drunk. They'll try to create stories, everything, to just paint him in a bad picture. Like, that's all I see. Like, that's all they want. They just want to turn into script writers, and then they write a drama because, oh, we know Korea is good for K dramas. So yeah, you write a script, a whole thing.
These smear campaigns need to stop. And all
Smearing.
these challenges popping out of nowhere that we did not create, you need to stop. I can laugh and say all of this over falling from a scooter, but it's not just that, really. They are making this scooter thing a big deal because this is the worst they can find on BTS.
That's what
South
I
Korean media
said.
has broken into their building with no entry pass, and they have found nothing. That nothing
I know, I
has
saw
been
that
shared
footage.
on national television. They claim to have found proof that the BTS members were having trouble with their label and were planning to sue them. JTBC's newsroom aired this footage on TV.
I don't want to see BTS on JTBC or I don't know, NBC. I know that Guara things, it's so annoying sometimes. But there's nothing we can do. That's life.
On their YouTube videos comment section. This was the best they could find. So of course they're going to speculate exaggerate, and exploit this quote unquote content as
This is what
much
you
as
face in
possible
life. You work
and
with people you
create
don't
all
like.
kinds of
You be in the same way with
speculations.
people you don't
Now that
like. There's nothing
Suga's
you can do.
real
That's life.
CCTV footage
So if
was
you either want
revealed,
them to
the media
appear,
is still
they
demanding
they
him to pose for a
bound
photo
to.
line in front of a police station, like other celebrities accused of crimes do. The media is basically admitting publicly that what they want is the shot. This
Of
shot
course, they want the
is
shot
social punishment
because they know
because the
clicks,
image
clicks,
of a
and
celebrity
promotion at
standing in
work.
the photo line in front of a prosecutor's office is enough presumption of guilt for the public. Suga needs to give this shot to them as a form of apology, or else. Reporter Choi Yi-ye threatened. I mean, reported. Suga should not be thought of as
She
simply
threatened.
guilty
Isn't
as
she?
avoiding
He
the photo line in front of the police
threatened.
station. If a person avoids or ostracizes reporters, as in the previous case of singer Kim Ho-jun, it is highly
Just
likely that doubts will be raised about the sincerity of the person's reflection. Suga must think about how to appease those who are disappointed and angry at his mistakes. But they can only wish to
I
find
wish
the
someone
ways
just
to get
walks
more
down the road and meets
opportunities.
that
While
reporter and just
photos of
gives
the
her a
recent
hot
crimes of
one
celebrities
and
like
pretends
the
like
fake
nothing
BTS
happened.
related hashtag got them hundreds of thousands of
Hot
impressions,
slap.
why be outraged about the celebrities trafficking women when Suga of BTS fell from his mini scooter? And again, I would have ignored these silly articles like I mostly do. I really did not plan to make a video clarifying anything or asking for an apology from the media, because sadly, this happens
All
the
the
time, and
time.
they do it on purpose.
Ever since
But I
BGS
am
had
tired of the
nothing,
public's lack of
they were
awareness.
against
I'm
them.
tired that even the protests of South Korea's most beloved director are ignored. I'm
Yeah,
tired
it
of the
fell on
South
deaf
Korean
ears.
K-pop content creators and online accounts trying to silence and shame the international opinion because their word is apparently the only valid one. And no, I'm not from a privileged country giving my opinion on another country's
Neither
freedom of
am I,
speech.
but
I'm from a small-minded country with a very similar type of yellow press and scandal culture. But I'm glad that at least the younger generation is aware of these tactics and
thank
even
God for the
allowed
internet,
country's
YouTube,
press. As a
Twitter,
fan of
everything.
BTS,
Otherwise,
I
if
know
only
that there are topics
relying
related
on
to the
news.
country's laws and traditions that are not my place to comment on or make videos about. But I believe I can still advocate for the mental peace of a group of artists who did nothing but proudly share their culture to
The
the
way
world.
they love Korea, the way they love South Korea. My goodness. And their own country that they love so much, like this, just disappoints the hell out of them. I wish Uganda could adopt you, but you're too big for us. But we shall overcome as always. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. We are going to come back stronger than ever. We are now pregnant with a BTS. 9 months, they're gonna be back. Our babies. Happy birthday, Jungkook. See you guys.